Please watch the dates in these clips because it's important. The Trib had an article that said county leaders shouldn't be in the dark in oversight of jail facilities. In that article, they quoted Commissioner Kelly Snell as saying he has trouble getting information about CEC. What the article fails to mention is that a taxpayer addressed the court in August about this specific situation.
Commissioner's Court is going to authorize payment of $12,000 a year, and there's no evidence that he actually did the job that you're authorizing the funds for. I checked with the county judge's office, and I checked with the sheriff's office. They don't have any reports where he has done the inspections that he's required to do. And the contract says he's supposed to do 2 a month.
In this clip from Commissioner's Court that you can verify on the county website, this is a picture of Commissioner Kelly Snell, who is paid $90,000 a year. One of his own constituents who took off work to come down and address the court about a concern over the sheriff's salary supplement, and Commissioner Snell is busy playing with his cell phone.
They got the editing software, and they're now capturing more and more inventory, and they're going to recruit some homeschool kids to help them start building these political YouTubes. They've set up their own YouTube video channel. There's a lot of things, a lot of oppression, and a lot of deception, and a lot of ugliness at the local government level that most
government that maybe Aristotle or Plato have envisioned, at least in terms of, if you read Plato's Republic, it kind of says, look, there are people who are educated, there's an aristocracy, and they should be leading, and the rest of the rabble should just do what they're told. Well, that's the opposite of the vision that the Founding Fathers had, but I'll bet that's the majority of the battles that you run into people who presuppose themselves to be members of an elite, either implicitly or explicitly, don't you?
Our public servants have become our public masters, and they firmly believe that thus be the case, and they are to govern and rule, and we know what's best, and you simple folks. One of my maxims is their idea of unity in the community is for those of you who oppose us to sit down, shut up, and pay. And if you do that and heed to us, the masters.
The question being asked in Commissioner's Court was related to the contract that obligates the sheriff to do 2 monthly inspections at the private jail facilities. It's been often said that the problem with paying a man $90,000 a year for a part-time job is pretty soon he thinks he's worth $90,000 a year for a part-time job. So how did this elite opinion held by Kelly Snell of his abilities to manage county government, how'd that work out for him? That's right. He whined to the Waco Tribune-Herald that he couldn't get any information, even though one of his own constituents 4 months before had provided him a venue on how to accomplish that. So when it recently came to light that the Jack Harwell facility was not in compliance as determined by the state of Texas jail standards, that information came before Commissioner's Court in the form of a letter. That caused it to come to light in public. Now, did the Commissioner's Court take the advice of the Waco Tribune-Herald editorial board and demand scrutiny and what happened on this? No. A review of the online minutes indicate that it took them less than a minute to dispose of this little matter.